Okay, this is a update, a little bit of update about everything. This is our 16-gallon bow front. We've made some modifications. We took the corals out of the other tank, our temporary 75-gallon, while we're setting up our big tank, and we put them in here. We changed the lights to the T5 lighting. It's got the sun and coral and the blue light. It's got both spectrums. The corals seem to be pretty happy. These zoanthids, we fragged them a little bit and took this Kenya tree off of it. He doesn't seem to be real happy. We brought these finger leathers in. Doesn't seem to want to focus. We took our bicolor angel out of here and put it in the other tank. She's much happier. There's our little Kenya tree. He's happy. This is another part of the finger leather that was part of this one. We fragged him. And we fragged this zoanthid down here, just kind of a piece that fell off of this big one. That was actually one giant one with that Kenya tree on it. Nemo, he's wanting to be fed as always. Anyway, that's what's going on with this. We put the corals in the 16 and we kept some in the 75, and we put these lights on. I got this power head that came with our other tank, and it had that filter on it, so just to keep it moving in there for the corals a little bit. And then over here we have our new 75-gallon build that we're working on. We got it with this black stand. It's a nice looking tank. Had coralline all over it. However, we cleaned it off. We drilled, getting a bad reflection there. We drilled the tank. I put it for 2 overflows, for a regular and an emergency overflow, and drilled it out. Got the drills from Bulk Reef Supply and the bulkheads, and then we painted the tank. There's many videos out there on how to do this stuff, and I learned how to do it, drilling the tank included, from the YouTube videos, just like this one. And it's not rocket science. I probably should have videotaped it. We used Play-Doh and we built a little cofferdam around each hole, marked where they want to be, and then drilled them. I got the diamond bits from Bulk Reef Supply. They work great. Did it by hand. My wife helped me make sure that we had a constant water flow. And then we painted the back of the tank. It was a debate about what color, black or blue. In the end, we wanted black, but in the end there was coralline. I don't know if you can see any of it, a little bit there near the top of the tank, if it'll stay in focus. On the back wall, you can just see it. The coralline embedded in the glass, and we tried vinegar, we tried CLR, we tried scrubbing, razor blades, everything we can think of, and it just wouldn't come out. Wouldn't come off the glass. That little, I don't know if it pitted the glass or what it did. But anyway, the blue, it shows up the least amount with the blue. The black, it really stands out. So that's why we went with the blue. And I spray painted it, masked it all off, did all that, and spray painted it. Thought that was a crack. It's one of our plants sitting here. This is just a temporary light, just to have it lit in the living room, because before we move this, we did have a lamp sitting there, so I could turn it on and off with a switch. But we drilled the holes, put the bulkheads in, and then I got these 45s that, I'm sorry, these 90s, I keep calling them 45s, they're 90s. They have male threads. They thread right into the bulkhead. Well, I can't do it. I got 2 hands. I was going to take one out, but it's spinning with it. They thread right into the bulkhead, and I did it that way so that I can get it as close to my wall as I can. Those are the ones going back down, and then these 2 out here will be adjustable. They'll be in the overflow box. Those are 1-inch lines, and this is a 3/4 inch line. And I did get the box for the 1200 gallon per hour overflow. That's it right there. But it doesn't quite give me the room that I need inside there to adjust those 90s, so that I can get I'm going to use the Herbie method to siphon it out of there, make it as noiseless as I can. But anyway, I'm going to get the 1800 gallon because it'll come over a little more over here and give me a little more maneuvering room. So I'll send this back. I already called them and got an RMA number, and so I'll send that back. Things you learn along the way. Now this is going to be our main display tank out in the living room. I'm going to put everything on it. It's going to have a refugium, a skimmer, all that stuff. My plan is to put a reef keeper on it and an auto top off system. Camera keeps going out of focus. In here, in the meantime, is our 75 gallon that's up and running. We bought this tank with everything in it, so we've had to keep it running. It's got good live rock. This is where all the corals were. We had aptasia really bad in here, but we seem to have beaten it. There's some zoanthids right there, and then the finger leather that we fragged those other ones off of. There's our bicolor angel. She's back there playing. Boy, she has it such a fun time in here. She zips in and out of those rocks. And then our two tomatoes, that's Mater and Roma on top. Got these blowers blowing, protein skimmer, a hang on back, and another blower, and then this canister filter right here, this Cascade. Does a pretty good job. We've got the two T5 lights on top. Each one, it's a 50-50. There's two T5s in each I think you can see it from down here, in each light. But anyway, the aptasia is coming along. However, now we have an algae bloom, and I'm trying to get my parameters right, and I'd like to put a phosphate reactor in there. I think I'm going to get a hold of Bulk Resupply and have them give me one of those, or purchase from them one of those dual reactors is what I want to put in here. But anyway, we'll get all that under control. I have some big turbos in there doing their thing, and lots of little peppermint shrimp. There's one right there, and there's a lawnmower Blenny in there, and a regular cleanup crew. They're in there. So this will all come out and go in the living room when it's time, or a lot of it anyway. And then back in here, my wife really likes her fish tank in this room, so we're going to put that 16 gallon in here. So this is just a temporary setup. As you reef keepers out there know, you can get really mesmerized. This thing stops us from doing a lot of stuff. We get in the middle of a project and then we come in here and sit and just, there's so much life, we just sit and watch it. Next thing you know, things aren't getting done. It's very addicting. I love it. We just keep watching all those YouTube videos. But anyway, all this is going out there with all this Fiji rock, and we're going to put live sand in the other tank. I'm not going to use this. This is more like crushed coral. I don't really care for it. We want a deep sand bed. Where you at, buddy? She's in there swimming all around. But anyway, that's our 75 gallon build. This is where we're at. Working on the plumbing. Got to get my refugium going. I think I'm going to build my own. See how big of a tank I can get in there. As far as already made fish tanks for a refugium, there's nothing in here. It's all barren. There's my check valve that I'm going to put on my return line. Have a power outlet right there. There's nothing in there right now. It's blank, empty, but it'll be full soon enough. Anyway, that's our 75 gallon update, and snowing outside.